Hey, hey, hey. I hope you guys enjoy these, what I'm calling podcast shorts for my Burnout to All Out community. This is just a little peek behind the curtain of the coaching that goes on inside of my programs. We're bringing to you some of the best nuggets and coaching I'm giving within hot seats of all of our different programs, whether it's our LinkedIn Method Academy, our mini mastermind business basics, all the way up to our higher level mastermind. If you're hearing some of these questions and you're like, man, I wish I could get my burning question answered by Melissa. Hey, guess what? You could be featured on my podcast. If you've got a question that you want answered and you submit it to my team and we pick it, we will bring you here to the podcast for our podcast shorts and do a hot seat with you. Where can you submit your questions? Send them to teamburnout2allout.co. We'll make sure we drop that in the show notes for our podcast shorts. And I hope that you guys find as much value in these shorts as our clients do inside the program. Need some effective tactical advice that actually helps you get results and makes a real difference in your life and business? You've come to the right place. If you're finding yourself here today, it means you're getting ready to gain serious traction in your business, rapidly multiply your income and impact, and you're ready to make it happen while living all out. Guys, I'm Melissa Hinault, your trustworthy corporate dropout turned six-figure business burnout turned happy and healthy CEO of a multi-million-dollar online business. And you're listening to the Burnout to All Out podcast. On this show, we're serving up innovative growth strategies, simple implementation methods to put them into practice, and action-stimulating inspiration tailored specifically for the modern entrepreneur. Let's dive in.
I was mentioning how inspiring this community is. And for those of you who aren't in it, I would say over the past 3 or 4 weeks, I feel like all of a sudden everyone is launching their masterclasses. And I'm just like, what? Wait a minute. So I have a plan to launch my class, which I'm still working on, and it will be around, helping first-time real estate investors, people that are just getting into the business, maybe like in the third quarter of this year. And now I'm starting to second guess and just wonder if I should do it sooner. I'm not quite ready, but I'm wondering if that third quarter timing is just timing in general. Is there a bad time to launch a class? I'm just kind of thinking about timing and am I ready?
Yeah. So I liken launching to having babies. You're never ready to have them. And you're just never ready. And you just you learn as you go, which is why the third child is probably more well-rounded than the first. But if you're asking my 2 cents, I'm speaking from my own experience. I can speak to this in just a second with the funnel that we're building, is imperfect action wins every time in entrepreneurship. I see people get so paralyzed and sit back for months upon months upon months upon months trying to perseverate on perfecting things. And it's going to be a hot mess. You're going to forget shit. Things aren't going to work right. You're not going to potentially get the sales you wanted. And that's how first launches go. And then you learn from them. To this day, we have what we call after action reviews after every launch. And we review what went wrong, what went well. We're launching a funnel right now. And we would not be in action. We have a call after this to play with the technology that we have no idea how to use. I just saw a message from Jackie. She was like, this is a fucking beast. I don't know how we're going to do this. And I'm like, I don't either, but we're going to do it anyway. And it's going to be a hot mess. And the first time we do it, it's going to be ridiculous. And that's okay because there has to be a first time, right? And I think that sometimes we put so much pressure on ourselves to perfect that then we just don't do, right? So first of all, I do say imperfect action is better than nothing. You can get started, do your first launch, learn from it, and then fine tune and perfect as you go. As far as timing, what I have learned, and this is my bias, you're asking me in my biased opinion, seasonally, there are times during the year that are really bad to launch. One of the worst months of the year is May. for anyone who's considering launching. It's a horrible month because it's Mother's Day, it's graduation, there's prom. Every launch I've ever done in May has been a horrible waste of time. So that's my 2 cents on that. Same thing with December. People are spending money on Christmas presents. They're not thinking about investing in anything, and they're not taking radical action, and they're distracted. So those are 2 really bad months. I also think that late November is bad. A lot of people argue that the summer months are not good. Last year, we had our biggest launch of the year was last July. So we're shooting for $1 million launch this July, which will be the biggest launch we've ever done. So I do think you have to be strategic in when you launch in the summertime. June is a really bad month because there's a lot of transition. Like kids are getting out of school. People are not focused on their business. The moms' lives are just like their schedules are disastrous because they've gone from their kids being in school every day to now trying to figure out camps. And like June is a really bad transition month. I also think August is a really bad transition month too, because people are getting in their last bits of vacation. They're trying to get ready for school. July, I have found is a really sweet spot. It's like an idle month in the middle of the summer. It's a great time to kind of market people to get their attention, but don't do it around the 4th. Right. So again, looking at the month of July, figure out we're doing ours in like mid to late July, but make sure it's not hinging around an upcoming holiday. Yeah, those are the months, just for all of you guys, from my own experience, that we avoid like the plague as far as launches go. I encourage you to just rip off the Band-Aid. Thanks, guys, so much for listening in on today's podcast episode. And I can't wait for you to see my upcoming guest in the next episode. You are going to love this keynote speaker. Hey, here's the deal. If you liked this, please subscribe and leave a review. And you want the latest online business growth strategies and exclusive LinkedIn pro tips sent straight to your phone? Text the word update to 704-318-2285. That is, text the word update to 704-318-2285. Can't wait to see you guys. Come find me over on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever you like to hang. I cannot wait to hear how you are enjoying and applying what you're learning. You guys reach out to me over on social because I love hearing what's resonating with you. When you reach out to me and you send me those personal DMs, they really do impact the content I continue to bring forward to you. So again, come find me, Melissa_Hinault over on Instagram, Melissa Hinault over on LinkedIn and Facebook. Can't wait to see you guys over there.